Around springtime, when the weather starts to warm up, the mother spider plant will throw off all these little babies off these long stalks here. And I would wait till they're a little bit bigger than this, roughly this size or a little bit bigger, before you chop it off around here and proceed to the next steps. The next step will be to get a little cup like this size, a little bit of water, and you'll be placing the little baby spider plant in, just so it's sitting on the water. Now I've got a little bit too much water in there. The trick is for the bottom of the plant here to be sitting in the water, but none of the leaves touching the water, as these will go brown. Something like this. You can cut the stalk off as well. Keep checking the water levels routinely so they don't dry out. As soon as the roots are 1 to 2 inches long, they're ready to transplant. They grow best outside in full sun, but they will need a period of hardening off, whether you plant it in a pot in the shade and gradually introduce it to sun, about 30 minutes to an hour every day, gradually building it up to full sun, or planting it in full sun and giving it an element of shade, such as a cardboard dome or some sort of something you can put over it to give it some shade. Over the colder months, these roots can take up to 4 months to grow this long, but it's better done in the warmer months. Can take 3 to 4 weeks maximum before they're ready to be planted outside. Another tip is that the warmer months are not just good for root growth from a transplant, but it's also best for growing conditions outside. I've found my spider plants outside in winter are quite dormant if they survive the frost, but they'll do great in warmer climates in summer and spring outdoors. This is my DIY plant protection from hardening off. Quite often I use a piece of cardboard and gardening pegs that you can buy from any hardware store or multiple places online. Pierce it through like this. So here is our transplanted baby spider plant, and I've got my DIY makeshift cover. So when it's in direct sun, a little shade from the direct sun, and it's there underneath, and when it's in shade, it can be lifted off, gradually reintroducing it to full sun to gain strength. The hardening off process, where the baby spider plant will need the dome protection, can vary depending on the season, and I would say roughly a week, sometimes 2, depending if it's in half shade or full sun. But as you can see, this is a week or 2 weeks after the hardening off process has been done, and you'll be able to see it hasn't dried up, it hasn't gone crispy, and you'll be able to see that the time is right now, that it's got its full strength to be out in the sun without any protection. This is an example of a spider plant propagation that the hardening off process had not been done. I did not put protection, just to show you a contrast of how crucial that hardening off process is and how detrimental it is to add an element of shade while it's adjusting to its new environment.